Hello, welcome back to Tottenham Logic. Today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about potential Ballon d'Or winners. Talk about three altogether. One that's probably the favourite to win it. The second one is an Englishman that I think has a very good chance if things go well in the Euros. And the third one, nobody's really talking about, and you've probably not thought of him yourself. But I'll reveal who this guy is, and if things go his way, he could have a very, very good chance of winning it as well. I'll let you know who that is towards the end of the video because you'll be surprised, maybe, or maybe not, depending on how you feel about this player. Anyway, so the first guy I want to talk about, who I think is the favourite to win the Ballon d'Or this season for 2024, and you probably guessed it already, and that's Vinicius Jr. for Real Madrid. This guy is insane. What a player he is. Let's look at his stats for this season so far. So you've got to remember, in 2022, he scored the winner of the Champions League final to win his first Champions League. I think he was age 21 at the time. And then he scored the second on Saturday night, just gone, to basically score the winner again against Dortmund. And Real Madrid have again lifted the Champions League. So he's been influential in both finals. This season he scored 24 goals and he has 11 assists in all competitions. And remember, he plays out on the left wing. He's not a forward, he's not a striker, but he scored 24 goals and got 11 assists, which is crazy. And not only that, his impact on the game is not just goals and assists, skinning players every 5 seconds. He was the most influential player in the Champions League this season. He got 11 goal contributions in just 10 games. He scored 6 Champions League goals and got 5 assists in just 10 Champions League games. So the most influential player in the Champions League this season. He's also won the La Liga, the Spanish title. He's obviously, just what I mentioned, has won the Champions League. So, and you've got to remember now, he's only 23 years old. He's already won 2 Champions Leagues. If this guy has a massive impact in Copa America 2024 with Brazil, and he wins that and scores, let's say, 5, 6, 7 goals in that tournament, then he'll be nailed on for this Ballon d'Or, in my opinion. What a player this guy is. Not many people could argue him winning it this year. Another guy I want to talk about is an English guy. You might know who I'm going to say, but you might not if you're a City fan, because the next guy I'm going to mention is Jude Bellingham. It's crazy to think that this guy is 20 years old. I don't know what you know about football, or your experience of football, or whatever your experience is in anything. He's gone to the best team in the world, the most successful team in the world, age 20. The pressure on him would have been insane to perform at that level. And he's coming on his first season. He scored, remember, he plays in the number 10 role, midfield. He has scored 23 goals and got 13 assists in all competitions this season. 20 years old, remember. That is insane. 9 of those goal contributions came in the Champions League, scoring 4 and assisting 5. 20 years old. It's incredible what he's achieving. If England have a good Euros, in fact, England will probably have to win it, and Bellingham has to have an outstanding tournament, score the winner in a few games at the end, maybe last-minute winners, then, in my opinion, he could have a good shout at this Ballon d'Or. He's won the La Liga, he's won the Champions League, just like Vinicius Jr., because they're in the same team. But if he wins the Euros as well, that is a massive achievement. And you've got to take into context, what was you doing at 20 years old? It's crazy. So, yeah, the pressure he's had to endure through his first season, he's still getting stick. How can you give a 20-year-old stick? Like, the trolls out there need to use their brains a bit more, man. 20 years old, and what he's achieved already is insane. It's crazy. Now, I want to talk about the guy that probably no one's even thought about and probably spoken about. I'd say in Germany, they would be speaking about him a hell of a lot. The guy I'm talking about is Florian Wirtz for Bayer Leverkusen. This guy is the number 10 for them, if you've not heard of him. He plays in midfield, number 10, attacking midfielder. His stats this season, he has 18 goals and 20 assists. You didn't mishear that. 18 goals and 20 assists for Bayer Leverkusen. He plays in a team that was undefeated all season. No other German team has ever done that. I don't think even Bayern Munich have done that. But he was the orchestrator of this team. Brilliant, brilliant player. And I think Bayer Leverkusen only lost one game, and that was against Atalanta in the UEFA Cup final, the Europa League final. I still call it UEFA Cup because I'm old. And if he won that, as well as he's won the Bundesliga, he's won the German Cup, he could have won the Europa League as well. They just lost in the final. If he won that Europa League final, he would be a big shout for that Ballon d'Or this season. Not only that, he plays for Germany. If he has a brilliant tournament, let's say gets a few goals, a few assists, and Germany win the European Championships 2024 this year, I think he would still be in with a massive shout of winning that Ballon d'Or, especially if he was influential in Germany winning it. He's had such a massive impact this season, and he's an outside chance. So they're my three for today, who I think will be in a shout for a Ballon d'Or, and who I think deserves Ballon d'Or. I'll give a shout out to people like Phil Foden, who, for me, at 23 years old, has already won his sixth Premier League. He has had an amazing season as well. And obviously in the Euros, if he wins the Euros as well, that means he's won the Premier League and the Euros. Obviously, it doesn't matter what he did last season, but it's still relevant. He's won the treble with Man City last season. He's an exceptional player, but I think even if England won the Euros, I still think someone like Bellingham would be ahead of him. Vinicius Junior, especially if he wins Copa America. But he deserves a mention, as he's a quality player. Harry Kane, unfortunately, he was the best goal scorer in the whole of Europe, but didn't win any trophies. So not winning any trophies would hinder him massively. Let me know in the comments what you think. Who do you think deserves a Ballon d'Or? Have you noticed I didn't mention Ronaldo or Messi for once? Because I think we need to start getting away from them now. I think they've won enough. You've had enough, you two. No more. Even though Ronaldo's had a brilliant season again, I think he's broken the Saudi record. Messi's doing brilliant in America, so I'm not holding it against them. They're still brilliant players, but I just think the three I've mentioned have been outstanding this season. Let me know in the comments who you think deserves Ballon d'Or this year. And do you think any Tottenham players deserve it? Me either. See you on the next one.